Hey, babe.
Hello.
Is it just me watching?
Good now, yeah. Yeah, I think it's only you right now.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals
He should be
and the
coming
Green
first,
Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
What team you playing as?
Packers. My favorite team. One of them.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And off we go from Lambeau. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25.
The Patriots are better.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the
I
former
know,
Cal
but
Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I'm going to
I
play
remember meeting him when he was
different,
playing at Cal,
play
and I remember walking
Patriots
away
next time.
thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his jersey, it should just say confidence, because that's how he felt about his own abilities and his ability to elevate a team.
Hi, Cookie.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
It's tough to be an offensive lineman in Green Bay because their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, knows how to keep plays alive and often extends them for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. But David Bakhtiari, his left tackle, he does it as well as anyone could ever expect. Excellent footwork. Knows that the plays are going to stay alive for a long time. Often will get 2 or 3 blocks on the same play.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Face with tears of joy, I'm at work waiting to clock in for my long shift.
When you play against Carlos Dunlop, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a big loss pass here as he's taken down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to be like...
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And it's
Gotta love the 2-hike and 10-30 shift slow.
defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers again now.
What the
He almost
fuck?
picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know,
You guys been up to.
especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Now on 4th
Oh my
down,
God.
they throw the
What the
deep
fuck?
ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the
Fuck off.
Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Luke and Rosie is in nursery.
Mike, ladies, ladies, check Mike 42. Stop your whining.
Dalton bootlegs out. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Packers pick it
Oh, why did I turn that
These
way?
guys are going to get
Son
the
of a bitch.
football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Wow, she's blowing up. Just Chan Rose too.
Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. On the delay, Jones. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Oh, shit.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Suck backwoods beaming face with smiling eyes.
Former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of...
Work waiting to do my time lol face with tears of joy. Face blue white eyes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that...
That last feeling before clocking in is the worst part.
Play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
I met I hop with my little woman wife for her lunch break.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down.
I work 8 hours today like every day I work.
Position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 at the 40. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
First down.
And he'll lose
3 down.
yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Right now, you got 58. Inside. Wide left. Check one.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
No score after one on EA Sports.
58. Number 50. Check nine. Check nine.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
What the fuck?
That's going to go as a loss of a
Don't
full
say a
8
fucking word.
yards.
Okay.
It sets him back for second down. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down now, it's Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
Rodgers going to go.
Which team is wide?
And this is
Green Bay.
Jimmy Graham.
Yep,
The
Green Bay.
Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bengals will get the football back. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And it'll be Dalton again. And able to find Green. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And plays like that.
And he's going to go down again. Preston Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So Dalton now. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a defensive stalemate. No scoring in that first half whatsoever. But a breakthrough can't be too far off. And for the start of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches. Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Dalton, throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Let's go, D.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mike Daniels picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive linemen across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Jones breaking from the contact. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going. I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3. And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Holy shit, they suck.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. On 2nd down, Bernard. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. Dalton. And that will be incomplete. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm. And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. Find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game,
He starts to open up as the game moves on.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
Normally when you run that play on second down, you don't expect to be pushed backwards. But the defense got a strong push up the middle, and he'll wind up losing ground and setting up third down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on third down, usually you think fourth down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on third. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Dalton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Underneath, this is Bernard. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 16. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Davis now to return it. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.
Face mask. Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yeah, flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. They'll go again to Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here's J.K. Scott now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So now Dalton and the Bengals down 6-0. A minute 25 to play. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time. And
they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Dalton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
He lost 6 there on the first down play. Again, it's Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement?
Think I'm over Madden. I do have Avengers, Fallout 4. You already know I got Fortnite. Yeah, I think I'm over Madden. That shit just sucked. But I'm gonna get off here. I got a few things to do, so.
Turkey legs.
Did you just call me turkey legs?
Tickle pickle.
Shit. But I'll talk to you guys tonight when I go live again.
Text green game over.
What? I'll catch you later.